The dream of grateful rescue began the day I walked into the overcrowded, understaffed, and high-stress shelter to adopt a dog. One dog. A white Dalmatian lab mix they called Big Boy. But when I walked in, I couldn't believe what I saw. Dogs crated everywhere, in the hallways, in the laundry rooms, in the storage rooms, stacked on top of each other. The stench, the stress, the despair, it was all too much. As I passed each dog, they would sit pretty and straight, wagging their tails. But when I would walk on, they would erupt in fierce barking. It was as if they were screaming, "Please help me." It was heartbreaking. I had to get out of there. I couldn't bear it. But as I was leaving, I saw him, cowering in his cage, shaking and terrified. A small coonhound with droopy ears and the saddest eyes I'd ever seen. He wasn't making a peep, just trembling. My heart was breaking. I left the shelter with Big Boy, but I couldn't get that terrified little coonhound off my mind. I cried for him and all the others that night. I went back the next day and I adopted that little coonhound. I named him Samson because I wanted him to be strong. But that wasn't enough. What about all the others? There must be a better way, a less stressful way to keep these homeless animals. We began setting up a living space for dogs on our 22-acre property. We sectioned off different yards for group play, added a climate-controlled home with no cages, rooms, not cages. Then we began pulling dogs from shelters. In the fall of 2019, we purchased an additional 38 acres and made plans to house over 1,000 animals, dogs, cats, and critters. We will make a difference in the way animals are kept, a place where the homeless can enjoy their lives as best they can while they wait for their forever families. No more shaking, no more fear. We are grateful.
These dogs were all there at the puppy mills for nothing more but to breed. Just breed and breed and breed until they stopped breeding anymore. This is Velvet. Oh, Velvet is a poodle that we got from the puppy mill, and she's very sweet, very calm. She's the calm one of the two.
This is Leela, and Leela only has one eye. A very lovable dog. She's always got her tail wagging, and she loves life. It's actually quite overwhelming, because when I think about what was going to happen to them without somebody coming and taking them, if the angels, I call them angels, wouldn't have went and grabbed them and asked me to take them, they wouldn't be here today. So it really means the world to have these dogs here.
This is Elle. She's a little Chihuahua, around 7 years old. Very, very loving, just loves to be sitting on laps. They never knew what grass was. They never knew what love was. So for them to love us and accept us and let us hold them, that's really big for them, because they've never had that in their whole life.
This is Zoe. She's a little timid little girl, but Zoe's 5 years old. But she's coming out of it. She was really timid when we first got her, but she's starting to let people touch her and everything. When Grateful Rescue took them on, Pam knew that they were going to all have to have shots. They were all going to have to be spayed. Most of them need dentals because they've never had any type of dental work.
This is Sugar. She's a Maltese. She's the shyest of all of them. She is finally starting to come out of her shell.
This is Pepper. Pepper's a miniature poodle, and she is the most vocal of the group.
This is Pixie. She's a Yorkie. She's found her voice. That's one thing with a lot of these dogs, they were never allowed to bark. So they were forced to learn not to bark. So slowly, some of these are starting to learn that they can actually bark and not get in trouble.
This is Willow. This is one of our Pomeranian mamas. The second we saw her, she was wagging her tail and everything. Usually it takes weeks for them to start wagging their tails.
Kathy, Sherry, and Debbie, I just want to thank you all for getting these dogs and bringing them to Grateful Rescue. You saved their life.
And here we are at the Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary with Pamela Terhune. Of course, you know that she is the brains and the heart behind this particular place. And all of your vision is coming true. And this is a very exciting day. What's going on today?
Well, as you've been covering, we've got a puppy mill rescue here. And all the puppy mill victims are going home to start a whole new life. Oh. They've come from pure darkness in a barn and afraid of the human touch to this. Look at this. Look at this. Every one of them are so happy.
And they have not been loved before or taken care of or cleaned or washed or even had their feet or even been held. And look at them now.
I know. Isn't it amazing? This is what love and care can do.
Yes.
They're all so happy with their new owners. And as you can tell, I think the new owners are pretty smitten with them as well.
I think we're all going to cry a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to talk to some of the adopters on this very special day. And this is Belinda.
Yes.
What's your last name?
Nelson, Belinda Nelson.
And this is the new Nelson.
Her name is Willow, and I am welcoming her to my family, to my pack. Oh. They're going to get along fine. They'll have their beds in every room and their treats. I'm going to spoil her.
I think Belinda should adopt me. I think that's...
She is a little shy yet.
Do you have other dogs at home?
No, it'll be just me and Sugar. I'm a widow, and I need sugar and sugar needs me.
Since we just recently became empty nesters, there was a space in the heart that we now are going to fill with a dog.
And you're excited about this too?
Yeah, I've never had a dog ever, so it's pretty cool.
Yep, this is Elle, and my name is Renee Dawson, and I saw her on Facebook and fell in love. And everybody says she's just like the sweetest little thing, and I just can't let her down. I'm gonna spoil her to death.
And you've just added to your family.
We did. Yes, we're so excited. We saw him on Facebook, and I begged my husband, please, can I get this puppy?
You knew he was a puppy mill puppy too, and
I
what
did.
he'd been through?
Yes, ma'am. I know.
I know.
But he's good now. We're gonna take good care of him, right, guys?
Yes.
Yes. And now we're here with the three ladies who actually went to the Amish puppy mill and rescued these dogs.
Just hit us that they lived their whole life in a pitch dark, cold barn, no electricity. So this little girl wouldn't breed, so they didn't want to keep her.
The look that they give us once we get them to a safe place is well worth everything. I mean, just like this tears me up because I know they're going to have really good homes. And that's what I want.
She was actually the nicest one of the whole group when we first got her. And I said then, if she doesn't get a home, she was coming home with me.
Hi, I am Indiana First Lady Janet Holcomb, and this is First Dog Henry Holcomb, and we have a story for you. Apparently it smells good. Hopefully it's as enjoyable as it is fragrant, right? Okay. This story is called First Dog. Thanks for joining, and we are so glad that you are supportive of Grateful Rescue and all that they do for pets' lives. Thanks.
Good evening. I am Sammy Terry, your horror host for a very long time, since 1962. There's nothing better than Grateful Rescue helping all of our creatures and creatures of the night. Now you might be concerned with getting a werewolf at Grateful Rescue, but don't worry. Make sure you adopt a puppy, a kitty, or any of their creatures. You'll not get a werewolf. I keep all of those for myself.
We're eating one day on our blue planet in the ocean. As day breaks, a little bottlenose dolphin calf takes a breath of fresh air before diving back into the sparkling waters of the Pacific Ocean.
Thank you very much for joining us for our reading of So Many Cats. There's Abe.
The goat with many coats. What do you think, Dazzle? Here. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you girls. Come here. Thank you for joining us tonight for tonight's book reading, and thank you for supporting Grateful Rescue.
I'll lend you my daddy. I'm sure you'll agree. Now that he's home, he belongs just to me.
And to me.
And to you, yeah.
That's the end.
The end.
This is Belinda.
Yes.
What's your last name?
Nelson, Belinda Nelson.
And this is the new Nelson.
Her name is Willow, and I am welcoming her to my family. I had a pack at home, which was a Maltese and a Cavalier. And the Cavalier, her name was Molly. And Molly had to have a double mastectomy. And after the double mastectomy, because she had cancer going down her breast, and her heart enlarged after the surgery, and she passed. And my Maltese baby one began to grieve, and I was grieving also, missing her presence, and was looking for someone to take that place in both of our hearts. And my daughter said, "Mom, do you know Mrs. Terhune? She rescues dogs." She said, "Why don't you look at the website and see if there's anything on there that interests you?" And we called her, and I came out, and I noticed that Willow was sinking back in the back, not intermingling with the other puppies. And she picked her up and let me hold her, and that was it. It was over. I knew that Willow was the one to be in our home. And I looked at her eyes, and her eyes are so kind. And so I am so happy today that she was rescued. When you take a dog that has been rescued from a puppy mill and they've been treated so bad, some of them have to have teeth pulled and other medical issues with worms and parasites, and it's very expensive. Send her a check, donate, go on the website and donate finances to help to know that you're being a part, and your reward. I believe in sowing good seed on fertile ground, and this is a fertile ground because it births the quality of life for these animals.
My choices were keep her there unhappy or give her up, until I called Grateful Rescue, and she agreed to foster her for me. And she did, and she's been amazing, like amazing.
I love you.
I love you.
Proud of you.
Lots of times they're leaving behind their clothing, all of their resources, everything that they own. And so it can be a barrier for clients to get out of a domestic violence relationship if there's not a safe place for their pet to go.
Oh, please donate. Please. It would help women like me. I wasn't so sure that I was going to be able to take her.
Thank you, Grateful Rescue, for extending your services to our clients. We truly appreciate it, and you don't understand the impact that it has made on their lives. Because of you, our client is able to be successful and move forward with their goals. So we're grateful and thankful for your services.
Look, you're going to tell her. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss you. She says I'm not going to miss you.
Oh, she will.
You're a good girl.
She's a very good dog.
Hey, what is up, Pamela Terhune? It's Mark McGrath from the band Sugar Ray. Yes, I know, off the charts, but always in your hearts. And Pamela, I understand from Jason Heath that you're a pretty special lady. You're incredibly selfless, dedicated to saving animals, homeless animals. And Jason just wants you to know, Pamela, how proud he is of all the work that you do. I understand you've rehomed dogs, pulled from puppy mills, and you make sure that the animals get loved and placed in forever homes. And I want to say, Poppy and I thank you very, very much. Thank you for the love you've shown for dogs and animals, and you truly have such a wonderful heart and wonderful spirit. So Poppy wants to give you a paw up, say a high five, and send you a ton of love. And Jason's just so proud of you, truly. Let me put her down for a little. Here you go, sweetheart. So, Pamela, you truly are an angel on earth, and especially during times like this where, you know, during a pandemic, people forget about the animals, you know, and some get left behind when people can't, you know. I don't have to tell you the horror stories. I've loved dogs my whole life. In fact, if you bear with me, Sugar Ray once had a custom guitar made for us by Martin Guitar. You can see the Sugar Ray right there. Let me take the pick out. And if you can see, in the inlays are dog bone, dog paws, and at the top of the headstock is a bulldog. Forgive me, I'm going to let Poppy out now. She's done her job. I think she smells a treat downstairs. There you go, Pop. Good girl. So we've been dog lovers our whole lives. And in our videos, if you noticed, there's a dog named Austin, who's the bulldog, who we was kind of our band mascot until he unfortunately passed years back. But Pamela, you really do such wonderful work, you know, truly. And the animals thank you, and I think you probably feel that reward. And Jason wants you to know how proud everybody is of you. He says we, so I'm sure you know who we are. I've got Jason's name only, but you make a lot of people really, really happy, and you inspire a lot of others to do the right thing too. So Pamela, you're kind of just this beautiful soul. So I can only think of one thing on this Sugar Ray guitar to do. That is to play you a song that went to a #1 in 1997. And this was the video where our dog Austin, the bulldog, made their first appearance. So this is for you, Pamela, and all that you do. All around the world, statues crumble for me. Who knows how long I've loved you? And everywhere I go, people stop and they see 25 years old. My mother, God rest her soul. I just wanna fly. Put your arms around me, baby. Put your arms around me, Pamela. I just wanna fly, yeah. All around the world, statues crumble for me, only for I. Pamela Terhune, you are somebody special. Thank you for all that you do on behalf of the homeless animals, all that you do for dogs and the puppy mills and rehoming them, and most importantly, having such a wonderful spirit. Jason and everybody is so proud of you, Pamela. On behalf of Mark McGrath and my dog Poppy, sending you a ton of love. Take care.
Hi, we're the Tots and this is Samson. He and many others were rescued from a puppy mill by Grateful Rescue.
We are so thankful for Grateful Rescue, Pamela, and all the amazing work they do for the animals.
Please find it in your heart to donate to Grateful Rescue on Giving Tuesday so they can continue doing the awesome work that they do.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jen and this is Max. I got Max from the Grateful Rescue. He was a puppy mill rescue. I just want to thank Grateful Rescue for saving his life. If you do have the means, please donate to Grateful Rescue for the Giving Thanks Tuesday. Thank you.
This is Zoe. And this is Maggie. And they were rescued by Grateful Rescue Sanctuary. And we are so happy to have our little puppy mill moms. We are so appreciative, and we would appreciate any help you could give on Giving Tuesday to Grateful Sanctuary.
Hi, this is Miss Dolly. My husband Ron and I adopted her from Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary in January of 2020. Dolly was originally Velvet and one of the first puppy mill rescue packs. She's been such a joy in our lives, and we're so grateful that the rescue saved her from what was going to be a really nasty end to a long life grieving. She's a huge part of our lives and such a joy. So we're going to be supporting Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary again before the end of the year. And we ask you and encourage you to support Grateful Rescue on Giving Tuesday. Thanks very much and have a great holiday season.
This is Scarlett, and I got her from Grateful Rescue about 2.5 years ago. She'd been at the Muncie shelter where she was suffering from kennel stress, and so she was sent to Grateful Rescue where she was able to run the property and be treated more as a pet and was allowed to run cage-free. And I'm so thankful for Grateful Rescue for bringing her into my life. So I'm asking if you would consider giving on Giving Tuesday to Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary at gratefulrescue.org.
But when they looked down at the grassy place near the bottom of the hill, there he went, looking hard at something on the ground in front of them. What is he doing? The four little puppies asked one another, and down they went to see the roly-poly, pep, bow, tumble, bumble, till they came to the green grass, and there they stopped short. What in the world are you doing? They asked. I see something, said the poky little puppy. The four little puppies looked, and they could see it too. It was ripe red strawberry growing there in the grass. Strawberry shortcake, they cried.
Hi, I'm Al Unser Jr., and we support the Grateful Rescue. We love racing, we love animals. I have 2 miniature schnauzers, 2 chihuahuas, a cat, and just please check out Grateful Rescue.
Tell me about your dogs.
Absolutely.
You know I got to ask about the dogs.
Of course. I have 2 miniature schnauzers, and Norma calls them the Germans, and she has 2 chihuahuas. And so she calls them the Mexicans. So the Germans and the Mexicans are together, and so
and they all get along.
And they're our babies, they're our babies. And we also have a cat named Duke, after John Wayne, and so he's our hunter. He goes out at night and brings mice and rabbits. And that
it's a gift.
Yeah, I know.
It's for you. That's very nice.
Maybe I'm
this is just a dream, but I'm trying to mean what I say. Finally see what I mean.
Hey, and we're back at Grateful Rescue, and we've got Jenny DeVoe here. Hi, Jenny, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. What's
Good.
going on?
A lot of great things this year. Adding bookings for my shows, just doing music performances, and just so grateful for gathering situations again.
And how many dogs do you have now?
Right now, we're down to 3. We've always just picked up mutts, but this particular dog, she's great, and she's a Wheaten Terrier, soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, and fantastic dog. I think she's maybe smarter than all my other dogs.
I think we had her on Grateful Bingo.
You did? Yeah, she got up on my lap. She wanted to play. I mean, I'm sure she's been training us really well. Is what's been happening. So we love her, and she fits in now so great.
And how many raccoons?
Oh my gosh, we kind of encourage our raccoons when we should be maybe chasing them off, but you know.
And you're a busy one.
Pretty busy, getting busy again
What do
with
we have
summer
coming up?
shows. We have the amazing Grateful Rescue with you to raise awareness and money for the Grateful Rescue Sanctuary.
Yes.
That's going to be Yorktown, Muncie area.
So tell me, of all the rescues you could have supported, why'd you choose us?
This is a good one. You've got a great big heart, and you are involved in this every day. I know you're big on squashing the puppy mill, the terrible business of the puppy milling, and I've known about that for years and years and years, and so the more voice we can help give to that, I think is amazing, just so people get a little bit more educated on even if it's a cute puppy, you should really know where it's coming from.
We cannot thank you enough. We appreciate you more than words can tell.
Oh, thank you.
And,
we're
grateful.
Well, you're a
In more
wonderful
ways than
person.
one.
Thank you. I'm happy to do it. Happy to be here with you today.